What's going on? Big A coming at you with another video, and this week I'd like to talk about Yasuke, which is an anime directed by LaShawn Thomas with character design by Takashi Koike, and it came out on Netflix last week. I watched it all over 2 days, watched I think 4 episodes one day and 2 episodes the next morning, and yeah, it's just a little review on that. So I knew the show was coming out, like I saw the trailer and all that. I didn't know how like fantasy it was going to be. It's very, very heavily fantasy based and not historical like a lot of people thought it would be, because Yasuke, it turns out, was an actual African samurai. So this is based on that, and there's some parts of it which are kind of like one for one for the actual kind of story and all the information that we have on Yasuke, who became a samurai in Japan. Some people aren't really into the show because of the fantasy elements. That really didn't turn me off in a way. Like, I saw it and went, okay, I know what I'm in for. I may as well sit back, see if I enjoy it, see if it's any good. Now, the music in the show is stellar. It's done by Flying Lotus. The tune, the intro song, Black Gold, amazing. Like, I never skipped it. And the outro song, Between Memories, great. The whole album, in fact, is actually a really good listen. So the music is like absolutely on point. When it comes to plot, it kind of focuses on a girl called Saki who has magical powers and people trying to obtain those powers for their own benefits. And it's mainly Yasuke like protecting her. Because of that story element, a lot of people felt like the show was more about her than it was about Yasuke. But I have to disagree, because Yasuke does have development and character development. It's told in non-linear fashion. So you get the middle of Yasuke's story at the very beginning, and then throughout you may jump to the very beginning of his story, and then you may, you know, jump about in time to see him like become a samurai and the other people that were around him at the time. And then obviously throughout the show we see him as kind of like an older man who, well, is no longer a samurai, and then we see him kind of take back that warrior spirit and like gain it again. So yeah, just because it wasn't focused on him, I don't feel like the story, it made things worse off for him as a character. The story still did things for him and he still had character development. So I disagree with all the people who were saying that because it's about Saki, blah blah. It wasn't about him at all. Also, the voice acting was standard. It was standard kind of voice acting affair as well. I felt Lakeith did a pretty good job. I want to see kind of him do more voice work. I think that would be pretty cool. On top of that as well, in terms of kind of just how the anime looked and the animation, I think a lot of people expected big things because this was Mappa doing the animation. And like I said, Takashi Koike, who directed a movie called Redline and a world record from the Animatrix. And he worked on the Kawajiri as well, so I'm pretty sure he must have been involved in ninja scrolling some way at Madhouse. And yeah, he did the character design, and I think people are expecting big things. It delivers, but I don't think it delivered in the way that people would have wanted. So there's quite a lot of like Mappa fanboys who are a bit disappointed. But overall, I'd say it's decent and it's passable, and it doesn't look any different from your kind of average stuff that you would see. Good fight scenes, pretty good character animation as well. I think there's some rotoscoping in the intro there as well. But yeah, overall, if I had to score Yasuke, I'd score it a C, because it was it did everything I expected it to do. It went to places that it didn't. I think the worst thing for me is like the magic in it. The magic was kind of bullshit from Saki. It was like, do anything magic. It wasn't these specific powers for these specific reasons. It was like, she can do all magic, and whenever she needed to like have a moment to kind of break out and become strong, she just would. And it's like, she didn't even work at it. Like, what? That's the weakest thing in the story to me. They do end it in a place whereby they can tell more stories, and I hear that Flying Lotus did post a tweet saying that, you know, it's just the beginning. So hopefully we'll see more. So yeah, like I said, I'm scoring Yasuke a C. I think it's worth your time. It's definitely worth the 2 hours it takes to watch. So check out Yasuke on Netflix. Let me know if you've seen it. Do all the things, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.